Hi everyone, this is Madhavi. I am working as a teacher in Rajamahendravaram Rural Mandal, East Godavari district. This video provides a brief review on Day 15 webinar session in CLUP2 by APSCRT. Today's topic is about Multilingualism as an Approach by Suman Bandisa, Faculty in Regional Institute of English, Bangalore. The topics discussed in this session are: what are bilingualism and multilingualism? What is the multilingual approach? The significance of using L1 in teaching L2. Why and how we can use multilingualism in the classroom. ప్రస్తుతం రాబోయే విద్యా సంవత్సరం నుంచి పాఠశాలల్లో ఇంగ్లీష్ మాధ్యమాన్ని ప్రవేశపెట్టబోతున్నారు కాబట్టి మన విద్యార్థులకు ఇంగ్లీష్ భాషను సౌకర్యవంతంగా నేర్చుకునే అవకాశాన్ని ఉపాధ్యాయులు కల్పించవలసిన ఆవశ్యకత ఉంది. కావున మన విద్యార్థులందరూ తమ మాతృభాషను అనగా L1ను అవసరమైనంత మేరకు ఉపయోగిస్తూ కొత్తగా నేర్చుకునే భాష అనగా L2ను నేర్పే విధానాన్నే మల్టీలింగ్వల్ అప్రోచ్ అంటాము. మన విద్యార్థుల్లో సాధారణంగా 2 భాషలు మాట్లాడేవారు ఉన్నారు, అలాగే 2 కన్నా ఎక్కువ భాషలు మాట్లాడేవారు కూడా ఉంటారు. 2 భాషలు మాత్రమే మాట్లాడేవారిని బైలింగ్వల్ పీపుల్ అని, 2 కన్నా ఎక్కువ భాషలు మాట్లాడేవారిని మల్టీలింగ్వల్ పీపుల్ అని అంటాము. ఈ మల్టీలింగ్వల్ అప్రోచ్లో అవసరమైన మేరకు న్యాయబద్ధంగా మాతృభాషను వినియోగిస్తూ కొత్తగా నేర్పే భాషను ఇష్టంగా నేర్చుకునే రీతిలో విద్యాబోధన చేయవలసిన ఆవశ్యకత ఉపాధ్యాయులకు ఉంది. ఇండియా వంటి దేశాల్లో వివిధ భాషలు మాట్లాడేవారు ఉండడం సాధారణం కాబట్టి ఉపాధ్యాయులకు టార్గెటెడ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ని నేర్పడం ఒక సవాల్ వంటిదే. కనుక ఉపాధ్యాయులుగా మంచి బెస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ను అనుసరిస్తూ ఈ సమస్యను అధిగమిద్దాం. Now, the first topic is what is multilingualism? Whereas bilingualism is one's ability to communicate in 2 languages comfortably. But multilingualism refers to one's ability to communicate in 3 or more languages, which often considered as an extension of bilingualism. As a teachers, we all aware that a child growing in a multilingual environment acquires various languages of her environment. So, a teacher teaching English at the primary level should tap into the children's familiarity with more than one language to advance the learning of the target language. So, multilingualism as an approach explores the possibilities of using the knowledge of home languages while teaching a target language. So, multilingual classroom is where students' home language is not the language of the school. Now we can explore, is this approach comprehensive? Here are 2 statements from the experts, N.S. Prabhu and Stephen Krashen. From his research, N.S. Prabhu said that multilingualism is a comprehensive approach. He said the limits on the use of the mother tongue in the Bangalore project naturally set by the requirements of the task. The mother tongue made the language comprehensible where necessary. Stephen Krashen points out that while concurrent translation is not effective, the use of 2 languages in the classroom can be done in such a way as to provide comprehensible input in the target language. Here are some misconceptions. L1 was often seen as an interference playing a negative role. Many teachers had the notion of English only. Little research was available to determine how L1 could contribute towards L2 learning. Here is a picture. We understand how L1 and L2 learnings are different. At the same time, what are the common aspects? Here we can see L1 has universal grammar alone, happens naturally, and slow to develop language. It chances to practice with native speakers. It occurs at an early age. Now about L2, first language serves as a basis of learning the second language. It requires more of a conscious effort. It limited opportunities to converse with the native speakers. Some common aspects between L1 and L2 are prior knowledge, context clues, making errors is part of learning, silent period, stages of development. To understand how multilingualism is a natural phenomena, most of us are all multilingual or at least bilingual by nature. We have the natural capacity to learn more than one language. Children are naturally exposed to other languages. Code mixing and code switching are natural strategies of multilingual speakers. Multilingualism can be used as a rich resource for learning English. We consider this multilingual approach to respect the child's language, to teach a difficult concept, to generate interest in the class, to bridge the gap between home and school, and to use this as a pedagogical tool. We know that multilingualism is a natural and reality for our classrooms. It is the identity of today's children. Children bring with them a wealth of knowledge and understanding initially acquired through L1, and their primary language development in their home language serves as a resource for learning other languages cognitively, socially, and linguistically. Here are some positives and negatives on using multilingual approach in classrooms. Now about translanguaging. Translanguaging is the use of different languages together. Simply, it is moving in and out of English to get messages across. It can be a powerful tool for learning from code mixing as well as from code switching. Code mixing refers to the mixing of words and phrases from different languages while communicating. For example, bedroomలో లైట్ లేదు. ఇక్కడ బెడ్రూమ్ అండ్ లైట్ ఆర్ ఇంగ్లీష్ వర్డ్స్ అండ్ మిగిలినవి తెలుగు పదాలు. నౌ కోడ్ స్విచ్చింగ్ refers to the switching from one language to another while communicating. For example, where is the book? నేను చూడలేదు. ఇక్కడ ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇంగ్లీష్లోను ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ తెలుగులోను వాడడం జరిగింది. కొన్ని పదాల వరకు వాడితే దాన్ని కోడ్ మిక్సింగ్ అని, కొన్ని వాక్యాల వరకు వాడితే దాన్ని కోడ్ స్విచ్చింగ్ అని అంటాము. Here are some implications for teaching or learning L2. ఇక్కడ L1 అనగా మాతృభాష, L2 అనగా టార్గెటెడ్ లాంగ్వేజ్, నేర్చుకోబోయే భాష. The need for teachers to be positive about the use of L1 in L2 learning. We must acknowledge and respect the learner's first language. We must consider the need of L1 use and make appropriate plan to incorporate L1 into L2 learning. Here some classroom contexts. We speak many languages. Whatever we do, multilingualism is going to come into our classroom directly or through backdoor entry. This is because of today's children, especially Indian kids. Some classroom contexts: introducing vocabulary while narrating stories, transaction of content in EVS or maths classes, eliciting responses during conversations, while teaching grammatical items or structures, and while asking questions and giving instructions. Here is a link. We can download the new resource from the British Council, available with free of cost. Today's session was ended by Q&A. Thank you for watching this video. I just made this video for giving a brief review on day 15 webinar session. Hope you like my videos. If you want to click for more webinar videos, please log into my channel Madhavi Vlogs. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you.